Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we're back to continue our playthrough of XCom 2 War of the Chosen, featuring that amazing Long War of the Chosen mod. And we got surprised with a little bit of a rendezvous mission. We have a security breach, we have a faceless down in New Chile, but we have discovered this faceless. So the mission brief says there's only one out there, so that should make it hopefully doable with pretty much only Haven personnel, along with our one Haven advisor, which we did put back in here just in the nick of time. And actually Nikolai, I think, is the one down in New Chile, so he helped us figure out we have a security breach, and so he's going to get to lead our Resistance Haven team out on this mission. Let's just get down there and make it happen.
Setting course for the Chilean Control District.
All right, we got the wilderness of New Chile, Operation Ice Walker. Let's get down there and find that faceless, find that spy. All right, the Advent spy has been tracked to a meeting site with enemy forces. With a short window to interrupt this meeting and eliminate both the spy and their handlers, we have no time for the Avenger to send a regular XCom force, so we're making do with our Haven team here.
Posiciones ocultas.
All right, we start out on a little bit of up higher ground, and let's get a sense for this map. Is this the only high? I'm used to one that where the high ground maybe comes out to a lip a little farther out, but oh well, it's nice to have variety in maps. Let's find you, Nikolai, because we're gonna get you scouting the way for the rest of the Haven. There you go. Of course, note to self, Nikolai, if you're going to start the scouting, don't stand in the back of the group. Let's see now. We're kind of near this edge of the map. It continues out quite a bit on this far side of the map, so let's start out in that direction.
Ya voy.
We'll start making sure we clear the backside so we can then start moving forward.
Bien.
All right, let's get everybody moving up. We know it's clear in this direction for the most part so far.
Voy. Voy. Voy a la ubicación designada. Allá voy.
Afirmativo.
Yeah, I guess I'm not totally disappointed in the hit points our Haven personnel have. At least 5. I don't think I have anybody with 4. Oh, yes, I do. We do have 1. Angelica Ray has 4, but everybody else has 5 or more hit points, which, not having ablative at this point, I'll take. Nikolai, let's continue our scouting. You're probably not... there's still a fair amount of distance out that way, so let's kind of continue over in that direction.
Órdenes confirmadas. En marcha.
Just to get a better sense of the map overall. Yeah, they tend to do rendezvous, if memory serves me, closer to buildings.
Confirmado.
And that gives me a better sense that we're probably okay and not too much to worry about coming off on the side. So we'll start approaching over towards the structures. I see a couple different structures over in this direction. That'll be our next target.
Marchando.
Venga, vamos, vamos.
Venga, vamos, vamos. Patrulla enemiga en
Alright, we've
marcha.
gained sight, Advent Officer, and it looked like 2 troopers, if we can still see him. Well, at least 1. I think the other one was just a standard trooper also, I think. We'll find out when we get in there closer. So we found our first enemy contact. And given that state of the contact there. That's not the group with the faceless. The group with the faceless will have a civilian actually amongst them. Now, we don't know which way they're going to wander. I think we will push it up just a little farther here.
En marcha.
And one thing I do believe, in fact, we'll do double duty on the vehicle here.
Paso ligero.
One thing I do believe, if memory serves me, this is also a corpse mission. So we got a bunch of Haven personnel, which maybe don't have the best of aim, and they're going to wander away from us, I see. So, obviously my fallback is grenades, but at the same time, we want to try to get it done without grenades, just because we don't want to give up as corpses, but at the same time, these are Haven personnel, so we got to try and strike that balance between need to kill the enemy and not take hurt versus need to get some more corpses. So let's get down here. We're going to push it up close. Try and get ourselves in position as best as possible. They're trending to walk away so far, but if they walk back to where they were, I would not complain. Nice corner cover that should protect us if they come back our way.
Me muevo a la posición.
In fact, can we get any others on a blue move there into corner cover? No, but we'll take that spot.
Vamos.
And then Nikolai, we need to probably have you somewhere nearby. I'd like to send somebody up to take cover on the roof, but guess what? There's no cover other than that chimney on these roofs, so high ground is not in the picture.
No hace falta repetirlo.
And where do we want to get you? Probably right about here. Or, well, if they come this way, that might flank us, but I like the idea of having positions all around, because there's potentially a lot of full cover in here through this building and everything. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to have someone able to do some flanking should they activate on us? So let's take a chance down here that nothing's sitting out over here. In fact, we'll do a blue move at a
Ahí
time,
yo voy, comandante.
just to try and get a better sense. Yeah, I'm going to take a chance here. So we're really going to have to be able to work the flanks and everything on our units here. Now we have one left. Let's get you caught up. And we'll just take this spot.
Recibido.
So we aren't going to have a whole heck of a lot of Overwatch, but what we do have, we'll set just in case.
Observando.
And see how they wander. And they keep wandering farther away. So we have positions. Yeah, the more they wander back, the more I feel like we may have to worry about running into another pod of enemies. Nikolai is our safe spot. We can get you back here in case they wander back in our direction. Well, that's nice unless they change directions over here. Well, I feel like that's out of sight. And I don't think they'd wander that far to be able to flank you. So let's keep an eye on them down here. Plus, it'll give us good vision down in the distance. So let's do the blue move here.
Voy a la posición designada.
Gain sight,
Enemigos
move at a
haciendo
time, and
ronda.
there is what we're not wanting to activate at the same time. So I'm thinking we might. What I may just do is back off a little bit, because if they keep wandering forward, I'm going to lay off. We have the advantage of not having a timer here, but I'm interested in laying off a little bit. And we do have high ground up here, but we can't get to it yet. Yeah. We have sight on them right now from that direction. So Nikolai, I think we're going to play it safe, just because activating now, especially if we go too far forward, brings another pod into it. So let's step you back a tiny bit and just see which way they wander. If we're lucky, they turn around and they've reached the end of their patrol. Kind of thinking maybe I do want a second person over in this direction, just so we have the ability to flank. Flanking becomes crucial if we don't want to have to use our grenades to be able to get the hits we want. So depending on if they come back, we have some options to maybe get some flanks depending on the cover they take, and we'll just kind of sit and wait and see which way they go.
A ello voy. Todo cubierto, guardia. Afirmativo. Cubriendo.
And they continue to move, so they are definitely not at a point that I want to activate them. So Nikolai, I will move you forward a little bit just to keep tabs on these guys. And we got some amazing corner cover there, but I don't know if that gives you vision out of the corner cover, so we'll take a look just at the tree here.
En marcha.
And there they are. And the activated, the faceless pod does not seem to be there anymore. So I'm wondering... No, we can't get you up high anyway right now to take that spot, and it's probably not advisable at the moment. Now if they're going to wander around the building, let's do a slight reposition over here just in case that happens.
Voy hacia ese lugar.
And if they're going to come around the building, let's move you up here. Of course, if they come into the building, but they don't have much access on the back side, and I doubt they... Well, nothing says they can't go crashing through the windows.
Andando.
And we'll bring some more of us up a little farther.
A ello voy, comandante.
Ya me ocupo.
And I think we'll just kind of keep an eye on them this way for the moment.
Afirmativo.
Afirmativo.
Cubriendo.
Poniéndome en guardia. Poniéndome en guardia.
Aha, and that's what we didn't want to have happen. There's our faceless, whatever her name is, and now they're coming back. Okay. Thing is, will we be able to back off, or is Nikolai stuck? Nikolai is stuck, so now we have to hope that this pod does not wander towards us, or we're getting that ill-fated double activation that will happen. So I'm going to take this full cover here.
Afirmativo.
And if they expose you, Nikolai, I guess that's not that big a deal because we know where they all are. There's no windows on this side of the building, so technically we could go inside to set up a little bit. Of course, we risk getting sight down from there. Let's open this door. Now there's a chance if they wander over this way that then they flank us, but boy, I like having... I guess I don't need to be in. If they scatter, they don't have a way... Oh, and that's not a window after all. I was thinking that poster was a window, but it's a poster. Depending on the angle and the poster goes away, it's just a shape, and it made it seem like a window. So we're going to stay put right here. So if they wander around, we'll be on Overwatch.
Voy hacia allá.
There won't be any yellow alert.
Me dirijo allí.
We'll be on Overwatch. We can get you guys... well, depending on how they run and scatter, I almost feel like I may want a couple more over on this side now too. Or, yeah, because if they run back... Now I think I just need to find some folks over in this direction again. Would this be enough just so we can have the Overwatch? I want all hands on Overwatch where we can. So let's set up for that.
Posición confirmada.
And that should be everybody except you, Nikolai, but you can't move. And I don't want to do they're bunched up for a grenade, but that immediately activates everybody, so we're going to keep you hidden. And hope this pod moves first back in the direction they were going, so that if we activate, we don't draw them all in at once. But I'm not feeling good about activating all 6 at once, and that's not what we wanted, but it's what may happen. Let's go.
Explorando.
Vista en el objetivo. A ello voy.
Recibido. Estoy vigilando.
Let's hope we have... okay, they're walking back. There's small hope now that they're going to be at great enough distance to not activate. And here we go. Let's go Overwatch fire and do some damage.
Lots.
Officer down.
Enemigo destruido.
Any other takers? Hit. Hit. 2 down. 2 out of 3 down. The Overwatch is amazing.
Tengo algo nuevo. Es un roce. Maldición. Hay que cubrirse.
Okay, the Overwatch was absolutely amazing on that one. Absolutely amazing, and we did not draw them into it. The only thing we don't have is the sneak effect that we lost with Nikolai, but at least we know it's only one of the group. At least we know it's a pot of 3, one of which is a faceless. So, there we go. Nikolai, let's back you off and do the flesh here for us. I'm thinking. Give you the kill. So what if some Haven personnel get a kill, right? We want you to have the kill and the experience.
Podría ser algo de utilidad. Hostil neutralizado.
Got a suppressor. Well, we can always sell it. Now the question becomes, who do we want to move out to pick this up? You have an SMG, so let's have that less available. It's not going to do that much punch on Overwatch. Let's pick this up. While the other guys are at a distance, let's back you back off again.
Allá voy.
And let's see if we can't set the rest of us up in better Overwatch positions over here. Should they wander back? We want to come inside. Of course, we don't get Overwatch if we come inside. Yeah, I think we just do the door. Hopefully, if they scatter in a certain way, we have shots through the window with Overwatch. Maybe, kinda, sorta. In fact, with that in mind, we'll bring you up to this window. Kind of set up in this direction. Now, if we can't see him from there, this spot should be okay. Once again, it's just an SMG. But we want all hands on deck for this eventuality.
Adelante.
Alright. I think that means we are going to Overwatch and see if they wander back. They've been going back and forth so far. Let's see if they continue that pattern.
Guardia. Observando.
En guardia. Poniéndome en guardia.
And they come back, true to form. Miss.
Ya, no le he dado.
And there's our spy, right there.
We've heard rumors about some kind of shapeshifters. I'm guessing this is it.
It is a remarkable species. If only we had some means of containment.
Don't even think about it.
Now for the scatter. And oh, now our Overwatch that was so deadly at close range is now letting us down at long range. No, we did do some damage this time. We did it this time. but they are not necessarily in great spots. We have half cover there. We have a wide in the open faceless, who right at the moment is at nice range. In fact, the good thing is they're all in half cover. We got a full assortment. Oh, we actually have some smoke too, should we feel that necessary. So maybe we hold off with you just in case we need some smoke. And Nikolai, let's just get a sense of flesh. We actually could flesh this guy, but then you get swatted pretty good by the faceless. So that is not an option with which I desire to partake. Let's see. Can we do a hit? Like, I guess because he's going to be the easiest to hit, we're going to end up focusing a lot on the faceless. And then maybe what we do is throw a hefty bit of smoke to help protect the rest of us from shots that may happen. And we have plenty of flashbangs should the old mind control thing become an issue, or a zombie being raised. And this guy's a sentry though, so I'm also thinking, you have a flashbang. How far can you throw it from where you are? So yeah, I'm thinking if we got up to this rock, you would have the option to flashbang the sentry in the back, and we can focus everybody else on the faceless if they can gain some sight, is what I'm thinking. And then we'll save you for last just in case we need a little smoke help also. So Nikolai, let's see if you can reach with that flashbang like I'm hoping. And we can. And yeah, I knew they were too spread out. We can't quite hit them both. Be nice if I could have picked up the faceless and the sentry in the same shot, just so he doesn't have great range to come against us. But let's think positive and hope we will hit enough to take him out. So let's do the Advent sentry and flashbang him. Thank you, Nikolai. And let's start seeing what kind of shots we're going to have. We're going to take the faceless on because we are in pretty damn good cover as a team at the moment. And the faceless is the only one that says cover be damned. He just runs up and takes a swipe at us no matter what the cover. Do we have anyone else over here that has a shot through the window? No, so we're going to have to be moving in a little bit if we want some more shots. This is only half cover now that our Overwatch pinged over there, but we do have full cover here. And we're going to take any full cover we can at the moment.
Afirmativo, comandante.
Unfortunately, you do have the full assault rifle as opposed to the SMG. Looking at 3 more damage. He's down to 4 damage, this faceless. 4 freaking damage. I'm thinking we may have to do... Now let's see on that smoke grenade if we can get it in such a position. Yeah, we can actually throw it to the indoors if I need to, so that half cover position may not be as bad as I originally thought. Who has the best weapon over here? That would be you. And unfortunately, well, yeah, if you come here, you'll still have a sight on everybody, and you still may be covered by that smoke, I hope. So let's bring you right here for a shot.
Desde luego.
And we took him down.
¿Qué esperabas?
1 spy down. So that means I think well, we got him flashbang, so I'm wondering if we have the need for smoke. Well, what I'm gonna do is take a little quick shot here. You also, yeah, that's smoke. And I prefer saving the corpses if we can. So we're gonna try a pot shot against a half cover sectoid with a little SMG.
Marchando.
Not amazing, not great, but we can hope. And that was a big old whiff. And I'm kind of thinking I may just go with the smoke, play it safe, play it conservative. We got lots of options now that we're down to the final 2 enemies this time. We're going to try to do the smoke to save a corpse as opposed to throw the grenade and take out the sectoid that way. Everybody over here in half cover gets smoked this way. Everybody else should be in full cover. And he moves to more half cover, which is good. He's trying the mind control, and we own flashbangs. So that was mind spin. Didn't quite take control. Oh, and we took a hit. But that's resistance personnel, which actually can afford to take a hit because it won't affect their job performance. Now, mind spin. So that makes me look like he's fully, like Carmen is fully controlled right now. So we have 2 kinds of options. Now this guy should be flankable. And he is right there, standing in the open. And we have no cover. Now we have cover at long range. He'll be flanked and feeling like he has to move. And we can try wearing him down. The other option we have is our flesh. We can reach the sectoid with flesh. And that's probably what I'll do with you, Nikolai, because nobody is overwatching. And then all hands will be on deck to take out this guy. And worst case scenario is 1 corpse we sacrifice and use a grenade. So Nikolai, let's pop you in there first. No, we're not going to flesh our own guy. We're not going to flesh that guy. We're going to flesh the sectoid. And it'll keep you in cover and lose our mind control. Alright, mind control lost. Therefore, it's going to be a little longer range shot than I would prefer, but it does flank the guy and put the pressure on that way.
Me canso de esperar.
65, not great. We'll take it.
El enemigo sigue en pie.
Okay, so I did say we'd take it, didn't I? Let's come out here with you, Florencia. We have cover here. Let's take this shot.
Afirmativo, comandante.
And let's just move everybody else out and see if we can't compare some shots. This is going to get us a lot closer range, so we'll use advantage of your mobility and get you up here, Angelica. If you have the SMG, you'd prefer having you as close as possible with that weapon. And then we'll come back here to Carmen. And you need to be reloaded. So I guess what we're going to have to do with you, is that going to be close enough? What kind of an arm do you have? Oh yeah. So your job is just to flashbang as a backup in this cover here.
Ya voy. Cegadora va.
Trying to keep this guy subdued. And yeah, we can get a flank shot if we want to stand in the open, but once again, we also need to reload. So we're going to reload you, Facundo, and just move you forward. Like way over here.
Posición confirmada.
Half cover, but the smoke's there for the moment. Oh, I moved you outside! Oh, well, thank God for the smoke and the flashbang to try and help us out. 60%, let's see if we can at least damage him. Looking like we're going through a string of misses here. 54%, I'm glad we got the SMG this close to get it up to 54%. And and
Sin contacto
a
con el
Myth
blanco.
Brown. Let's see if he's able to do damage in his disoriented state. Phew! That mistake of standing him in the open didn't cost us. And now we should be able to take care of business easily. Flankable. We're going to start out with the old flesh right off the bat. There is no Overwatch, so we're good. All right, team.
Enemigo abatido.
Positive confirmation. Area secured. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
We managed to do it without blowing any corpses up, I don't believe. We did get one wound, but it's on a Haven personnel. So that person doesn't have to go to the infirmary. They keep on working through their wounds, unlike XCom. And there we go. There's the team that did it. Their courage guides us. Live for something rather than die for nothing. So we got rid of the faceless down in New Chile. That's good news.
And despite the destruction left in their wake, XCom refuses to let go of the ways of the old world. They will continue their wanton and reckless crimes until the entire world burns around them. We are grateful to the elders for their support in ending this menace once and for all.
All right, so we got rid of the faceless down in New Chile. That's good news. Operation Ice Walker has been a success.
One by one, we're evening up the score, Commander. Good work out there.
All right, it shows rookie Cardenas out for 12 days. Well, guess what? We're putting her right back to work. Nikolai, you're corporal now. Let's just take a peek at what you... I may not give you your promotion right at the moment, but you're up to sergeant level, so that's where we start getting fun. You got some nice blade perks there. This helps against biological enemies, but it is limited to biological enemies. I think we would get more consistent use out of covert, which gives you a 25% smaller detection range against you. Now, it won't be combined with Ghost Walker, unfortunately, but just it gives you that Ghost Walker perk permanently as opposed to activated for 2 turns. I can't remember, I think it was Callum we gave Ghost Walker. The plan with you, Callum, is to give you Covert combined with Ghost Walker to help us sneak through that tower mission. So let's see if we can get that done for you on the sooner rather than later. So let's just go ahead right now. I know I'm going to take Covert with you, Nikolai. So this is not true to form. I usually hold off on the promotion, but this one we're going to do right away. Because I know what I'm going to want. I don't have to think about it. Think about it. No, I don't need to this time for a change. So we got an Advent Officer Corps. That's good. Trooper, Faceless, Sectoid. The data pad if we need some intel, which is good to have in our back pocket. Nice little defense. We'll see if we have a way to use that. Autoloader. Suppressor autoloader will be prone to being sold at some point, but we may have use for an autoloader temporarily till we get a better one. Faceless Autopsy available. We can render a Faceless Corpse, and we can now render an Advent Officer Corpse. And there we go. Now, something that happened is when I backed out of that mission as we ended last episode, another mission popped up as I came into this screen to save the playthrough so we could start this episode. So let's go take a look at that one and get a crew ready for that one. It is one that I am interested in doing. Okay, we're going to have to fly up here at some point. What it is, I think this one was bring attention to this area, which with Vigilant, we don't need to mega increase the vigilance, so we decided to skip that one. But this is the new one right here, I believe, that popped up. So let's take a look at it. Expires 7 days, 6 hours. It's a good timer, and we're going to free captured rebels. And it's all Haven personnel. So I'm interested in bringing them on board, well, as long as we complete this mission successfully. So with a 7-day timer, we have a pretty good chance of being able to take out 6, and we're going to do that. So let's put the team together.
Setting course for the Brazilian corridor.
All right, you guys know the drill. I will be back. Clear the screen and bring out the team that I want on this mission. It's a very light, so we're not, by doing activities in New Brazil with their strength level of 3, we're automatically, our baseline is very light, so it's a little more challenging than we had down in New Chile, but that's where I've chosen to do our missions. So I'll be right back with the team we're taking out. Okay, we were able to squeeze in a 6-man team, as I was hoping, with 2 hours to spare, which is about as far as I like to push it. We got a few open slots here and there to kind of lighten the load to get us infiltrated properly, and we did switch out Robbie Zasso to a SMG. We'll try relying more on his flamethrower and rocket with that downgrade there, but it did give us that extra hour to get in, and we outfitted a ton of suppressors to make this happen. I wanted 6 soldiers on this particular one. We need those resistance personnel. So we started out, and I accidentally, as I was getting everybody ready, I did the promotion on Wesley Crusher already, so just so you're aware of what we did here. I went with, on his promotion to Corporal, I went with Formidable. He's often as a suppressor. He often is a target of many shots, so I like the idea of Formidable to give him that extra layer of protection. It gives him 2 additional ablative hit points, and he takes some less damage from explosives, so it allows him to hold up being a target as that suppressor. And we got William Riker over here, who's able to be promoted. He is my sniper. We actually got a sniper. In fact, 5 more days to get my other sniper that we went out and injured. So we're going to at least have some choices for sniper, or sharpshooter, I should say, on this one. We're going to go with Death from Above. It does give a refund if we kill from a higher elevation and doesn't end our turn, but more importantly, the bigger perk, the reason I like Death from Above, it also grants long-range accuracy bonus for sniper rifles, so that's the one we're going with. Callum, it looks like you're up. Callum Sleet Robertson is getting a promotion, and I said it before, we're giving you a covert build. At least these first 3 are going to be very important. I want to get you up to covert before we hit that tower mission, so let's see if we can get enough experience to get you that next promotion on this mission. That'll be pushing it, but we're going to give it a try, and we're going to give you Shadow Step in the meantime. We're going straight Saboteur Covert on your first 3 moves, because you're the one that's going to hack that tower for us and stay hidden while you do it, hopefully. And Shadow Step is one of those for that last dash to hack on that tower. If we happen to be exposed right before the end, you can still run to the hacking, and you won't trigger Overwatch or reaction fire, so you can hopefully arrive safely to make it happen and stun and disable some enemies. So that's why we're going with Shadow Step. Specialized build just for you, Callum. Robbie already has his promotion to Corporal. We also have Guinan the Listener, and she has her promotion to Corporal. Once again, we're going with the more specialized build. I'm planning to also have Guinan along on that tower mission. Because of that, I don't take Trench Gun a lot. I find it just too awkwardly situational. I never, in the way I play, get to use it that often. However, tower missions present a slightly different map, slightly different opportunities. They tend to be more troops in a concentrated area, so the ability to position ourselves to actually take advantage of this one improve on a tower mission. So we will have someone at least with the trench gun perk here, and it's going to be Guinan. And finally, we got Jojo Betzler along as our specialist. Hopefully he can remote release, remote hack these prisoners to keep us from having to move so far. You never know. Sometimes the map doesn't allow it, but I'm thinking we're probably going to end up... He has decent aim, so I maybe should think about a shooty thing, but I also need to get more of a hacker build on some of our guys too. Now we'll have some that are the more medical build and some of the more hacker build. That's the specialties. Shooty, probably something I should think about with his aim. But we're no matter what I go with, any of those builds that I end up going with, whether it ends up being hacking or shooty, more times out of I just like Revival Protocol too much. We've seen it work a few times on our missions so far in this playthrough. And with that AP ammo, I kind of feel like we have a way to get through those gremlins a little easier. Some of those mech troops with extra armor, and I count on that more than Combat Protocol because I like this so much. So lately I used to always take Combat Protocol, but I kind of like this method also. If one of those drones gets through and stuns us, guess what? We have an out to help that person that got stunned, that kind of thing with Revival Protocol. So I tend to get more use, I guess, because I get hurt too much the way I play. So that's why I tend to pick Revival Protocol these days more than I used to. So there's the team going out. It's our sharpshooter that has those said AP rounds. Otherwise, we do have a fair amount of flashbangs, just a couple grenades, and everybody's got their ablatives. So a couple med kits just in case to keep us moving and healthy, and we're ready to go.
Ranger deployed.
In position for deployment.
Alrighty, so there's our jailbreak. So I guess in the meantime, what we need to do is just keep on scanning. I'm wondering, now that we got rid of our guy down here, maybe I keep going back and forth. I'm thinking I do want that vigilance to go down. I don't think the vigilance necessarily goes down with too many people working, so I'm going to once again change my mind. Keep just a couple on intel down there, see if we can get lucky picking up any kind of a thing. Oh, and by the way, I pulled all the Haven advisors and I chose Robbie on this, Robbie's also on the last mission, so I'm going to have to go back and fill in some Haven advisors. We saw the advantage of having Haven advisors by picking up that mission, so let's just go ahead and do that now while I'm thinking about it. Well, that doesn't show who all is available. We got a bunch down here, but they're, let's see, kind of the reason I also pulled Carpethia and Worf is they're a little less on the will, and I think the will does not recover. And since you just went out on a mission, Nikolai, I want to give a chance for your will to recover. So we're going to stick a few different soldiers in there. In fact, I'm thinking we just got the faceless there. So Beverly, I'm going to use you as one, but not in New Chile. In fact, where was I looking here? This is, New Chile. So I'm going to get someone else, and I'm going to use you, Beverly, as a specialist until I need you on a mission. Let's see, New Chile, let's just get you down here. Let's get someone else down there besides you. Well, we'll temporarily throw in, Jean-Luc, you're at full will, ready to go on a mission. And now that we're gaining, we're up to 6 over here. We started out at 4. We're gaining personnel, and we're going to gain some more. Let's see what our target is. Oh, 2 days, 6 hours. No way we're going to be able to start doing that. It's a liberation chain. Not enough time, sorry. So back to where we were. I think, Beverly, I think I'm going to bring you up here because there's only 6 personnel. It's either South Africa or up here. We're going to start with New Brazil since that's where we're active right now. Let's get you up here, Beverly. And finally, we need someone down here in South Africa. We may throw Gravedigger up there. We got Reginald Barkley we can throw in there. Let's do that. So our havens are covered. Now we're going to continue to scan over here in New Brazil for the moment with vigilance still at 1. This is where I'm focusing my attention at the moment. And we have a new recruit in South Africa, so we're building up there pretty well.
Power relay now operational.
All right, much needed power for us so we can continue our building trend. I don't think we can have an engineer potential there for the upgrade. Let's just see, overall we have more ability here. Now we just got to come up with enough supplies to build our guerrilla center here. That I don't know why I can't think of the building offhand, but the guerrilla tactics school is the one we want to build here, but that's 150 supplies. I'm also leaning towards a workshop, only 100 supplies in that center spot. To give us, because this takes gremlin, could use the gremlins from it. This could use gremlins from it. I could easily slot, I think, resistance ring eventually goes here. That can use gremlin / engineers. So some of the buildings we have around here kind of makes this ideal for a workshop. Psi will go down here, the Psi lab. Yeah, so that's kind of the general plan. We just got to gain some supplies now. And after we scan and get some more missions lined up, perhaps we can look at a trip to the black market. We do have some new corpses, not that I want to sell a ton of them, but we do have some ways to gain some funds, at least. Does hovering over the black market tell me what they're interested in? No, not without traveling there. So let's scan a little bit more. We have a new target. That's down in New Chile. It is a recover item from Advent vehicle, attack Advent counterinsurgency ops. Now I don't know, counterinsurgency ops, that does something against, what that does is actually it counters a dark event. So before we choose that, we got a great timer to be able to try and do that. It's very light. Not going to help with vigilance, that's for dang sure. But if they're going to be working to counter us, let's take a look at what that, or excuse me, dark event. Let's reveal it. We'll spend the 5 intel. And the permanent events, basically nothing we can do about those. They come along, like gives them extra armor and cover. This is like periodically you'll get the permanent events because that's the way that Advent kind of upgrades over time. So that's why you see those pop up, and just got to learn to live with it. Let's see what this one is. Alien scientists make great strides on a secret strategic project. Well, I don't know what that means. I don't know how important that is to counter. But I think what we'll do is maybe give it a shot at see if I got a proper team to be able to take out on this, and I'll be right back. It is a good timer. It's very light, so it's not hideous to do. We would be able to get definitely a 6-man team out with this timer. So
Setting course for Sector 4, Chile.
let's get in there, and then I'll be right back with the team we're going to pick out. All right, we're back with the team. I did decide on a team of 6 to go on this one and having it very light. Turns out if I had gone one less soldier, a team of 5, I could have got it down to extremely light, 7 to 9. But I think since this is the first team, I remembered to equip with laser rifles. Our last infiltration could have had some laser weapons also. We have the laser weapons. I decided to go with the full team at very light. Just to give the laser weapons a workout. We'll see if I made the right decision, but there you go. So we're looking at Nikolai Carpethia taking us out on this one as our shinobi. His bondmate Worf Iceman is our assault. He's carrying our first scatter ray on a mission, so hopefully he'll be able to blast away with that and help us out. He's got some crit improving chances to really hopefully make that weapon a force. Gravedigger's out on this one with an upgraded weapon also. His Calpup has been upgraded, and he also has a scope to help his aim a little bit with that also. I did the increased armor, so we have 3 ablative ticks on Carpethia and the Gravedigger, the 2 that get up there the closest frequently. I guess Worf does too, but I only had enough for 2 at the moment. Homer Simpson is along as our technical, and he has a promotion, so let's just get that promotion out of the way while I'm here. And Roust, Suppression, it's hard not to pick, for me, Fire in the Hole on this first level, and that's just what we're going to do, trying to make our rockets just a little bit more accurate. And we got Sebastian Professor Jazowski along as our ranger, and since he gets 2 shots a turn if he's positioned right, we gave him one of the upgraded weapons. So we got 3 upgraded weapons on this team to accomplish this mission. He also has the AP ammo. How that works with a laser weapon, I'm not sure, but he has the AP. He has the AP ammo. He also gets a promotion. And what we're going to do, he has nice aim that he gets. And one of these times I want to find somebody, maybe with slightly higher mobility, to really focus on the shotgun and have some fun with the shotgun. But right now, with his aim, Walkfire is a nice hit. Locked on, gaining 20 aim and 20 crit for successive shots at the same enemy. I think we're going to get more use potentially out of this one on this particular build. And finally we got our most recent rookie that got promoted. We made him a Grenadier, so Clancy Wiggums is now along as a Grenadier. We gave him a full complement of grenades and lightened his weapon just so his mobility wouldn't be totally sucky. So he's still at our lowest mobility at 12, which actually isn't bad for the team. And there we go. There's our team. Nothing else to promote, nothing else to do, so let's just get down there and start infiltrating. And a bonus, we get a little intel and counter the dark event off of this one.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Menace, ready to deploy.
All right, there we go. Let's get back up to New Brazil.
Setting course for Brazil.
Got a 7-day timer on this one. Extremely light smash and grab. So what? Let me just ignore that and take a peek real quick. So our strength just went down to 2, and the strength down here went up to 4. So they did have the ability to shift some strength over. We'll just take advantage of that down here where we're doing missions. Pile the missions in. I'm okay doing the tower. As long as we don't get over strength 5, I feel okay about doing the tower mission. Down in New Chile. If we get over 5, then I'm going to sweat, worry, and postpone it perhaps. But at the moment, even with that extra strength, I'm still feeling confident. I mean, come on, we got laser weapons here. Although I don't think I'm going to take the time at 7-day timer to run down and get some more laser weapons. for this one because we don't have the funds to really build too many more unless I sell stuff in the black market. So this one will be standard weapons on this smash and grab. Let's see if we can put together a team of 6 if the timer will allow us. It's going to be close. And as usual, I'll be right back with the team we pick out. All right, we're able to get out of here with a team of 6 on a smash and grab, which is my perfect size on a smash and grab, just in case we get 6 kind of crates. What we're looking at is Jean-Luc Picard as our gunner, bond mate with Deanna Troi as our assault. So they'll be teamed up again on this mission. We do have a promotion, and Picard will have our lone AP ammo on this one. Deanna Troi gets a promotion, so let's just do that right now. And decided we did the trench gun, I know, before specialized, and I don't take it a lot. And what we're going to do, I do not have something I should think about, maybe, is some kind of a stun build to take use of the stun gun, but with that shotgun, it's just too important to me to be able to run through lightning reflexes, get up close, get that extra crit chance, and do our damage that way. So we'll count on the close and personal here as our promotion. Then we also have Q as our technical, and he's got a little promotion here, and we're going to give that out now. And he hasn't even got fire in the hole yet, which, you know, it's just hard for me to pick the other two. So he's got fire in the hole to help with that rocket shot. And we got one more. Yeah, I gave him the SMG just to get we're 2 hours under infiltration, which should be fine for us. To keep that extremely light for the smash and grab. Utakeda is our shinobi to scout things out for us, and he's got a promotion also. And it's just hard. I love Blade Master, I love combatives, and I love Blade Storm when we get down here too. And that's what we're building towards yet again. Most of my shinobis tend to go in this kind of direction. And to round out the team, we got Reginald Barkley along as our Grenadier. He's not fully loaded, just to help with speed and infiltration. And Jake Solomon is our specialist, so we have a specialist along on this one also. I can't remember, Lance Corporal, yeah, so he doesn't have any too many fancy promotions to help us out with, but we'll have him along just to get our full complement. Hopefully we aren't going to end up with four boxes to pick up instead of 6, but my hope is always that we have 6. So there's the team. It's solid, even though we can't get laser weapons out to everybody yet. At least we're starting that process. Let's get the infiltration going.
Sky Ranger deployed.
We're in the pipe. 5x5.
All right, there we go. So we got several infiltrations going. We might, and what I did to get that done is every Haven advisor except New Brazil got pulled to fit out that team. In fact, I'm not even sure if we have another Haven advisor. Do we have anybody even available right now? No, we got everybody else out there. So we're down to temporarily one Haven with an advisor, and that's up where we're running our missions right now. Hopefully in the short term, we cleaned out New Chile. We're up to force level 4 now also. We got the strength moved down from New Brazil to New Chile, so making it a little more difficult down here as far as numbers of enemies we face, and then force level for everybody has gone up. So this next mission that pops, we're going to see potentially some new enemies, and I can't remember what unlocks at Force 4, but that's where we're at. Let's see. Since I don't have the manpower, what we're probably going to do is probably take excuse me.
I take it this was easier than your last procedure, Doctor.
Central, Commander. Yes, I find the process to be far less disconcerting when the subject has already expired. The results, however, it's best you see for yourself. My autopsy of the Advent Captain has confirmed the existence of an implant similar in design to the unit I extracted from the commander. But there are differences.
What kind of differences?
The data you see is being pulled directly from this Advent Captain's implant. The sequence here is essentially you, Commander. Or at least the tactical information they were processing through your mind. As you can see, the data is nearly identical.
They were using you against us.
Yes, however, the Advent data shows signs of decay. Removing the commander from their network has likely caused significant damage.
Network?
Yes, what we're seeing here is a psionic network. These implants are capable of receiving and transmitting information, a great deal of information, somehow encoded in a stream of psionic energy. My working theory? Advent uses this network to augment the tactical readiness of its troops, as well as disseminate orders from its central command. Observe. Even in the subject's diminished condition, the implant continues to have an effect. A truly astonishing achievement.
Or a weakness?
Potentially. But I need direct access to their network to know for sure.
I'm guessing that won't be easy.
We'd need an active link. And that would mean hacking a live Advent officer.
Like I said, not easy. Still, it's the best lead we've got. Your call, Commander.
All right, new objective out there. Capture a live officer. Let's see what we want to choose for our newest research here. See, a stun lancer autopsy. Good thing about that is it starts helping our blades, which I think is a big need right now. We do want to get to psionics, but I can't afford and get to it. I have to clear out the place for it, so we can hold off a brief bit more on the sectoid autopsy. So we're short on supplies for some of these down here. Kind of thinking I'd like to get into Advent robotics at some point too. So for the moment, I think the stun lancer autopsy is best for us, so we can start upgrading our blades to keep up with our upgrading enemy. And that's where we're going to start the next one.
The Advent Stun Lancer was apparently outfitted with the intention of serving as a civilian peacekeeping unit within the city centers. Although they are equipped with weapons capable of administering non-lethal blows, recent reports indicate an increasingly aggressive stance taken by these units.
Alrighty.
I have to admit, there is something exciting about working under the more intense conditions found on the Avenger. Every decision, every development is of the utmost importance. There's no room for mistakes here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Commander makes plenty of them, but let's keep that quiet. So here I clicked over here to scan. Fortunately, that came up to save me. I was talking about getting over here to the Haven, and temporarily moving us off of Intel is what I was thinking, and we're just gonna switch temporarily to the supplies just because I can't run any more missions no matter what pops up. So that's where we're at here. We do have 2 missions infiltrating here. We got the 1 mission infiltrating down here. Vigilance is still whooping high. A little concerned about doing this mission now that we're already up to strength 4, but if we hustle enough and it at best gets up to strength 5, I still think everything's a green and a go to try and make it happen. So I do like the fact that we're up to 6. We got so much for that tells me I'm talking too much if things are completing, but we got our hazmat vest complete. We have 1 that's been added to our inventory. And we have the ability to build more. But we got someone in hiding over here. Let's get some more recruits going and really focus on the recruits. Keep these growing over here. And no, I didn't want to back all the way out. Let's march forward in time and keep scanning. Gordy LaFord, so we got Sharpshooter back. He's back in the fold. So we're starting to get some of those long injury times slowly dropping off and coming back that we got early on. And 5-day timer counters a dark event, gives us a scientist, extremely light, and I don't have anybody to take out to try and do it. Let me just take a peek just to make sure. Yeah, we'd have a team of 4 that I'd be able to take out, because I could pull our Haven advisor, be a Shinobi. So we do have a Shinobi, Sharpshooter, Grenadier, and I'm really leaning towards doing this. This is a concealed start, so we do have to get up to a prison cell and release that way with 4 individuals. Extremely light, 7 to 9. I'm going to go take Beverly out. We'll get that done, and then I'll be right back with the team. I'm going to take out a team of 4. I think that's what we're going to do. So I'll be right back. All right, that was very quick putting this team together. I did not want to take any further time off there flying to the black market to maybe sell a few things to be able to upgrade to laser weapons. We're just going to make do with what we have. I did give out the extra AP ammo just to strengthen our abilities, our shots with our conventional weapons, and I also brought along for our new Grenadier the Frost Bomb. So we got a few upgraded tools, even though we don't have the upgraded laser weapons to try and help us out. But I think we're going to find a way with 7 to 9 to make this work. We do have a few promotions out there. Let's go take a look at those. Joe, I know we're doing the standard build down here. We're not doing the sneaky sneak at this point. I want combatives on you. Gordy LaForge, do we even have Death from Above? Not yet. We do now. And finally, our Grenadier. Let's see if this is the promotion for rapid deployment yet. That's kind of the one I'm leaning towards. Sapper has, at least in my experience, proved unreliable. Needle grenades, we generally work around exploding pretty well, losing too much loot, although it does happen. But I think we get our best bang for the buck out of rapid deployment at this level, so that's what we're going with. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is our team of 4 going to take on this extremely light mission. Force level 4 style enemies, so we'll find out if we are up to it without any upgraded weapons. We'll hopefully be able to lean on the Frost Bomb should we get difficult, and having some extra AP ammo. Counting on that.
Deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
And I always reserve the right to change my mind at any in any way, shape, or form in this process. Okay, we got some infiltration to go. We're just going to continue scanning at this point just to get up to our next mission. We have a new Haven recruit in South Africa. In fact, do we have anybody hiding up here? No, we do not. So let's put our Haven recruit to work. And you can kind of see the recruits are coming faster and faster and faster the more we're recruiting down here as we build up our strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I can count that high. And we've got 8 on recruit now. All right, let's get back here scanning. 74%. We're almost ready for our jailbreak.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander.
All right, let's assign new research.
Although Advent clearly intended for these units to be their means of dealing with any unruly civilians within the city centers, it seems they have come to rely on more brutal means of pacification in the time since.
Yes, they can be brutal at times, don't you think? Let's continue. So we have an advanced arc thrower available. That's another bonus from this, is being able to improve our arc throwers now, stunning at a farther distance. We don't have that class of soldier yet that really leans on the throwing knives, but they're upgraded. Same there. But here we go. There's our first upgrade to our blades. So we have an arc blade available. And can't wait to build a few of those to help out our shinobis. Now we got to come on to our next level. 3 drone wrecks. So I don't have enough drone wrecks yet. That's holding us back for robotics, and that's something we're going to have to keep in the back of our mind, because that's something I would like to get further along on. So let's just move at this point. I think it's in our best interest to... we don't really need to render... Intel's hovering at 48. We got a mission or two that's going to give us some intel. So let's go ahead with the Sectoid Autopsy at this point. Get ready for some potential psionics.
Though I was never witness to one myself, countless observers attest to the existence of a much smaller, less intimidating variant of the sectoid that took part in the original invasion. In the time since, this new being, the product of clear genetic manipulation, is now a familiar face to our forces operating in the field.
All right, let's get out there and let's see if we can get to our mission.
Apparently my predecessor was some...
Yeah, we'll talk about your predecessor some other time. Let's see if we can do the final 14% of infiltration here. And we got ourselves a mission, I do believe, 7 to 9, extremely light now because the strength level went down, so this is going to be easier than we first expected. Here is the team going out. We got a Wesley Crusher as our gunner, Callum Robertson. Let's see if it's sleeting on this mission. That's the weather he likes to operate in. As our shinobi, Robbie, the Burning Winds, also is our technical. See if we can't light him up on this mission too. Guinan, the listeners, assault duty, William Riker, sharpshooter, Jojo Betzler as our specialist. So it's a nice little team we got going out on this. Hope you enjoyed today's mission. Nice. It's hard to remember that way back when we started with, because we had a lot of infiltrating to do in the meantime. But hopefully you enjoyed it. We got some nice corpses from it, and I think a trip at this point after this mission is due. I think it's due to take place over to the black market. See if we can't whip up some funds for further weapon upgrades coming up. So join me next time to see if we can get all this done, rescue some prisoners on this jailbreak, and continue to hopefully keep this happening and moving in the right direction. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching. Really hope to see you next time.